What's going on, everyone? My name is Brett and I am the Everyday Essentialist. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the two camera cases that you could use for the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Now, there's more cases out there, certainly. There's not just two, but I would say that most fall into generally these two categories. We have the one that DJI provides, and then we have this third-party case that I'm sure you've probably seen before if you're watching this video. These cases are usually found on Amazon for pretty cheap, and this one comes with the DJI. I believe all of them, but definitely in the creator combo. So let's talk about some of the differences. With the DJI model, it's a very hard, durable plastic. It has a nice texture to the outside. It feels good. It has a few features which are pretty nice. You have this clip, this hole right at the top where you can clip on the microphone. You have a magnet for your filters. It says Black Pro Mist filter. You could certainly use, you could put your ND filter there. You could put any of the Pro Mist filters. And then it has the wide angle magnet as well. That one specifically, I think is pretty nifty because I haven't seen really a great way to transport the wide angle lens. So it is nice that you have that. Now, when it comes to putting the camera in and out, it's an open back. So in theory, putting it in is not that bad. I find like lining it up sometimes is a little bit weird. And let's be honest, having the back exposed is not ideal. When I'm putting this in my pocket, like it's exposing all of this. I just don't love that. But all in all, it's simple. It's nice that you can connect the microphone up here. It's nice that you can add the filters. It feels pretty solid. So it's fine. It'll do the job. What I don't particularly care for when it comes to the texture is it does make it a little bit more difficult to take in and out of my pocket because it does have a little bit more of a rubbery grip to it. And then I also find that this is so thick and chunky in all areas that getting it into the bag, the DJI Creator Combo Kit bag, it almost feels like it wasn't made to do so. It even ships not in that bag, whereas everything else comes in that bag. Is it redundant to have it both in the bag and this case at the same time? Maybe. But feels like a little bit of a miss to not be able to put this in the bag conveniently. Like, can you squeeze it in? Sure. But it just doesn't feel like it was actually made to go into that bag seamlessly. The other thing I'll call out is when I take this camera out of this case, it puts a lot of stress on the motor. Like the only way to really grab this is to grab from the bottom and then pull out this way. But this mechanism doesn't bend that way. It's not intended to. So I feel a little weird every time I do it. And then on top of it, more than half the time, this camera has unlocked when I've taken it out because it's knocked it in some capacity. So I just don't love that. I don't like that it feels like I almost feel like a little creak every time I take it out of the case because of that angle and that pivot point of it coming out. I just don't love that. So that's the DJI case. You know, it comes with it. It's fine. It does the job. But right off the bat, I wasn't super thrilled with it. So then we have this other case, which, like I said, you've probably seen something like this. It's a thin plastic, but the nice thing about this one is it's actually felt lined on the inside, on both here and here. You also probably noticed that there's a little magnet spot for one filter as well. Now, it doesn't fit the wide angle lens, so that is kind of a bummer. I wish it did because that's likely going to be the one that I'm taking with me more often than not. But it's nice that I can at least put an ND filter or a mist filter and I'd be okay. The other thing that I've noticed about some of the other ones that are available on Amazon is the button mechanism doesn't seem to be the sturdiest in the world, whereas this one is actually spring-loaded buttons. So when you click it, it actually clicks pretty well, and then when you undo them, you have a little bit more of a sense that you actually closed it all the way and then opened it appropriately. And then it fits in really nicely. and it feels secure. The thing that I'm concerned about when I'm putting this in my pocket is not really messing too much with the motors and bending them or anything like that. And the fact that this is completely wrapped up makes me feel a lot better. It certainly covers the screen as well. Has that magnet, has the felt. It's more streamlined. It doesn't have the texture on the outside, so it slips in and out of my pocket easier. You can say that's a good thing or a bad thing. I really like that it can seamlessly go into my pocket, and I know that nothing is going to move while it's in this, and that gives me a lot of peace of mind. The last thing I'll add about this one, which is really nice, is this came with 2 screen protectors for the LCD and 2 camera lens protectors as well. I put the LCD screen protector on. I did not use the camera one. I just feel like with the magnets for the filters and the potential color shifts that you could get from a protector like that, I don't really want that. I don't want to introduce that. Um, but great to get the screen protectors in the kit as well. I believe this was about 19-20 bucks on Amazon, and I think this is the one that I'm going to keep using from now on. So hopefully this was helpful. Just so you know, the brand is Star TRC, and like I said, I found it on Amazon. So check it out if you're interested, and hopefully you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.